I had a razor to my arm and to my leg, and I remember just thinking I could end it right now. My name is Alyssa Whiteley. Hear my story. I was born in San Antonio, but I grew up in a small town called Somerset, about 5 minutes outside of San Antonio. Some of my best memories come from being in the church and just when we would have our barbecues, running around with my siblings and being carefree at the time, not realizing what was going on around us. All that mattered was that we were happy. So growing up in the church, everybody expected that I would continue my faith forever. And then I started a new school, a new public school, and it was completely different from anywhere that I had been. And I felt like an outcast from the moment I walked into the school because I knew people looked at me and they saw something completely different than anything they ever saw. They saw God in me, and at the time, I didn't like that because I didn't want to be different and I didn't want to stand out. And so 6th grade, I really started going against everything that I grew up learning. Really started to cause problems for me because I had this conflicting what the world wanted me to do and then what God wanted me to do, because I was still going to church and I was still hearing all the stories. And so it was creating these thoughts in my head, like, you're not who you say you are. Like, why are you pretending to be this person? And so it was just a constant battle in my head. And then in 7th grade I really started losing friends because they realized, like, she's just pretending to be somebody that she's not. And so that year I really started, the thoughts just worsened over time, and that's when my depression really hit me. And then at the same time, my anxiety hit me really hard. I can remember the first anxiety attack that I had was in my science class, and I didn't know what was happening. We were learning about evolution and how the solar system was made. And for some reason, just hearing all of that triggered something in my brain. And I remember not being able to breathe, not being able to move, and looking around and seeing everybody smiling and perfectly fine. And I felt like I was drowning. And then from there, it only escalated because I refused to get help. And so from 7th grade to about 9th grade, my life kind of plummeted. And so 9th grade, I finally, came to terms with it. And I tried reaching out for help, but nobody would give me help. And I remember just sitting in the bathroom upstairs while my mom was downstairs, and I didn't want my siblings to know what was going on. I didn't want my parents to know what was going on. And I had a razor to my arm and to my leg, and I remember just thinking I could end it right now. And the only thing that kept me from doing it was my siblings. And I think that was definitely one of the lowest points. My depression has continued on since 7th grade, even to now being a senior. I have learned to control it, and I've learned to deal with it in better ways than I used to. But it kind of, I started dealing with it better at the beginning of 11th grade. If you're struggling like I was, and if you have hit your lowest like I did, I just want you to know that it does get better. And even when you feel like all hope is gone, or like God isn't even there anymore, He is. And He's in your darkest, He's in your worst moments, and at your best. He's always there fighting for you. He's always there to be your advocate, even when you don't think so.